Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here again. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Let's Refurb on a Nintendo 2DS. Now, I have done a refurb on one of these before in the past, but I really enjoyed the process and I still have a couple of spare screens. And I do remember saying that I would try and reuse these somehow. And also this DS was just so cheap that I couldn't pass on it. You may notice that I've now got a new studio space. I've got this new kind of circular table. I thought a circular table would be a little bit less generic. I've also got some new artwork which was done by a really cool artist called Lines of Thought. I'll leave her Instagram in the description below. I've got two cameras now, so we've got two angles, which is just absolutely fantastic, and a nice blue wall which kind of matches my cover art. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video. So if I remember correctly, I paid a total of about £8 or £9 for this, which is quite a steal considering that these 2DSs are actually still in the shops right now to buy. They're not, they haven't been replaced as of yet. So to be honest with you, I don't really need another one, but I do kind of prefer these to the other DSs. They're just perfect for me. I'm not an avid DS gamer. Most of you will know that I prefer my kind of retro titles, but I do love playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So yeah, it's kind of cool that I was able to get another one of these. You'll be able to see on here that the screen is completely shattered, but because I still have the replacement screen from one of the other DSs, because I actually did a refurbishing video on two DSs, I still have a spare working screen in here. So one of these ones is absolutely fine. So we'll be able to test out which one is the working one, and then hopefully put together myself a nice Nintendo 2DS to add to my collection, and just be another one to, you know, chuck in a bag and take with me, not chuck on my table. Okay, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I think this is the replacement screen that isn't broken. As I remember correctly, it had a little bit of rust from some water damage, so this may not actually last forever, but it will certainly do, and it saves me just wasting it and not doing anything with it. And also this is a DS that's in need of a screen, and this is a screen in need of a DS, so we might as well. So I'm just going to pop that screen down in there like so, and check that there's no dust under the screen, which there doesn't appear to be, so that's okay. And it doesn't really matter if there is, to be honest with you, because this is only going to be a real kind of play unit as opposed to a display piece. And we'll go ahead and reassemble everything, although I'm not going to put it back together with the screws yet, because that's just a little bit pointless in case this is actually not the right screen. Okay, so I've reassembled slightly, and what we're going to do is chuck the battery in, and hopefully I've reassembled enough for us to be able to test this. So I'll go ahead and turn it over. There is a blue light, which is good. And it's popped and turned back off again. That's not a good sign, although there was one ribbon cable that I didn't actually reconnect. I was hoping I'd get away with it, so let's just reconnect that. Okay, so there we go, reassembled there for the second time. I have a really funny feeling that the one ribbon cable that I didn't reconnect was actually for the screen, so that would make complete sense why that didn't work. So let's try that again. On button and power light. And are we going to see anything? We haven't heard a pop yet, but there's nothing on the screen as of yet. Oh my goodness me. There we go. Right, let's check the, okay, perfect. Everything seems to work. Okay, let's see if there's any built-in games on here. That would be ideal, because I haven't got a game in front of me to test, which is a bit stupid of me. Okay, no, there isn't anything on here, but everything seems to work fine. So what we'll do is I will fully reassemble this, and we will get a game, and I'll check out that it works. Let's test the power. Yeah, there we go. The touchscreen works absolutely perfectly, and yeah, awesome. Okay, so our broken screen is now being removed, and we'll set that to one side. The final thing for us to do is go ahead and just reassemble our almost completely working Nintendo 2DS. And the final screw is going in right now. Happy days. Pop the battery in. The wrong way around, but that's fine. Right there, and bish, bash, bosh. Alright, and there we go. We now have ourselves a nice new working 2DS. Not actually the new 2DS, disclaimer. That's the problem with Nintendo coming out with these names which are just really vague. The last thing for us to do is just add a little bit of Mr. Sheen to it before we do a little bit of testing together, which is obviously optional for you people to watch. But yeah, I always get told, you know, oh, you've just done all of this work and you haven't even showed us the bits and bobs. So yeah, I'll do that for you, don't you worry. And there we go, gorgeous, absolutely lovely. So there we go, that is all it took there for us to be able to repair the Nintendo 2DS. I think it's come out looking really, really spectacular. It was in pretty good condition. It didn't have the stylus, which is a bit of a shame, but not really a big deal. So I just would like to quickly test things like the volume and the sleep button and stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. Powering it on is very, very simple. It's just the little button down here, of course. I'm sure most of you will probably know that by now though. Takes a little while to power on after you take the battery out. So what we'll do is have a look at the volume. So first things first, we should probably test the touchscreen. So we can do that by just zooming in from the outrageously awful looking menu that the person who had this before me decided to opt for. And then we can go on to settings. It'd be quite nice to test out if there's actually some volume. So let's do that as well. Lovely, we have got volume. If we go on to other settings, the touchscreen seems to be working very, very nice. In fact, we can go on to touchscreen here, and I don't have anything ideal to touch the screen with. For those of you who are squeamish, please look away. Gorgeous. Okay, let's test the calibration. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, super happy with that. There we go. Circle pad seems to work okay as well. Perfect. It's all looking really, really good. Battery's on full charge, which is nice. They gave me some free electricity, which is always lovely and appreciated. We can test the microphone as well. So it's all looking really, really good. I don't have a game to test it with, which I'm really, really sorry about, but I'll leave a follow-up on my Facebook to let you know that this worked. The person who had this was called Jake, and he was born in 2008, which is actually the depressing thought. So the last thing to do is test the sleep button, which works absolutely perfectly. Did I even doubt it? Probably. It didn't come with an SD card, which is a shame. I'm going to go ahead and reset it now as well, and make sure that it doesn't have parental controls, which if the kid was born in 2008, it could do. No, it doesn't seem like it does. In fact, it doesn't even look like the person who had this has ever been on the internet before. So yeah, it's in pretty good condition. The screen's pretty scratched, but it's pretty fine other than that. Okay, I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you would like to check out the awesome hat that I was wearing in this video, then I'll leave a link to that in the description below, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace. 2 camera angles to now say peace for. Lovely.